Adobe just killed one of its last major one-time fee softwares, Lightroom, in favor of the subscription model introduced in 2013. While the most refractory users may continue to run on the previous versions, they will be forced to roll to the Creative Cloud at some point since Adobe will stop supporting the traditional software. Future raw images and video codecs will not work on old programs. But when looking at the price plan in detail, are we being milked by Adobe with the subscription model, and if so, what are the alternatives? Price comparison, blurred lines. Lightroom. The regular one-time fee version of Lightroom 6 costs $149, while the Creative Cloud version comes at $9.99 per month, either bundled with Photoshop CC and 20 GB of cloud storage, or without Photoshop CC and 1 TB of storage. Basically, the Lightroom 6 price is equivalent to 15 months of the Lightroom CC subscription plan. Those who only use the software and like to renew it every 2 or 3 years will clearly lose money by switching to Creative Cloud. Of course, Lightroom CC as a standalone comes with 1 TB of cloud storage, but that's irrelevant for most people. 1 TB is not much nowadays when cameras like the high-resolution Canon 5DS or Nikon D850 fill it up in a matter of weeks or months for most professional photographers. However, Adobe is proposing to extend the cloud storage in line with the price of the competition. For instance, Lightroom CC with 10 TB comes at $99.99 per month, which is exactly the same price as 10 TB of space on Google Drive. On the other hand, the Creative Cloud Photography plan, which combines Lightroom CC and Photoshop CC plus 20 GB of cloud for $9.99 per month, is very competitive compared to the previous ES6 price. The offer of Adobe Creative Cloud. Other applications. Here is the price comparison of the CS6 versions against their Creative Cloud versions. Next, I show the time beyond which buying a one-time fee license is cheaper than the monthly subscription plan. Photoshop, $699 versus $19.99 per month, 2 years and 11 months. Premiere Pro, $799 versus $19.99 per month, 3 years and 4 months. After Effects, $999 versus $19.99 per month, 4 years and 2 months. InDesign, $699 versus $19.99 per month, 2 years and 11 months. Illustrator, $599 versus $19.99 per month, 2 years and 6 months. Dreamweaver, $399 versus $19.99 per month, 1 year and 8 months. The full collection. The latest Adobe Master Suite CS6 package with all the main applications was released in 2012 for $2,600, which is the equivalent of 4 years and 4 months of subscription costs under the Creative Cloud, $49.99 a month for all the applications. This period is actually much longer than the release cycle of the Master Suite. Adobe CS3 came out in 2007, CS4 in 2008, CS5 in 2010, and CS6 in 2012. However, the CS5 to CS6 upgrade price used to be $899. Beyond the price, bugs and performance. Perhaps the reason to ditch Adobe comes from the poor optimization of its software. Lightroom rendering is known for underusing the computer's processing power. Apparently, the new version will correct this problem. Premiere Pro and After Effects are having the same problem with sluggish playback when the CPU and RAM are stuck at 30 to 40% of use. Some effects, even the non-GPU ones, take forever to load, but while the processor is close to idle. Another issue comes from the bugs and instability associated with Creative Cloud. Some users prefer to delay the updates because each wave tends to introduce new problems. Some video editors noticed that Premiere Pro has a tendency to crash more often than before during rendering, especially with Lumetri. On multiple occasions, the cloud synchronization encountered issues that sometimes lasted up to 2 weeks. In 2014, A problem prevented millions of users to log in and open their cloud applications for a whole day. But to be fair, no software is immune against bugs. It happens to other companies as well. A typical case of underused processing power while using Adobe Lightroom, Premiere Pro, or After Effects, even with non-GPU tasks. Alternatives. Luckily for us, the offer of alternatives is expanding. One of the most serious Lightroom challengers is the Great Capture One with its advanced studio and tethering functionalities. So Optics Pro is also a good option. In the video department, Avid Media Composer has already been adopted by many productions. Final Cut Pro X is very popular with the editors working on Apple computers. DaVinci Resolve is another rising star in the industry, especially for its advanced color correction features. Blackmagic Design also proposes a good After Effects alternative with Fusion. These two pieces of software are free and can be downloaded directly from the company's website. The advanced versions cost only $299. The situation is more complex for Photoshop. This one still reigns as the undisputed king in the professional industry. But you may want to take a look at GIMP, Free, Pixelmator, and the upcoming Pixelmator Pro or Affinity Photo to name a few. DaVinci Resolve 14 offers advanced color correction features for challenging videos such as Sony S-Log. Conclusion. Overall, it is hard to give a definitive answer about the pricing structure of Adobe Creative Suite. Of course, if you only use Lightroom, the Creative Cloud version is much more expensive than before. At $9.99 per month versus $149 for the standalone version, Lightroom CC will cost you more money after only 15 months of use. However, the Lightroom and Photoshop CC photography plan is equivalent to 7 years of CS6 acquisition price for these two pieces of software. In this case, the price is very interesting, unless you still use Lightroom CS3 from 2009. As for the All Applications package, the Creative Cloud price corresponds to 4 years and 4 months of the CS6 Master Suite cost. With an average release cycle of 2 years between each Master Suite version, the Creative Cloud price is similar to upgrading to CS6 from CS4. It seems reasonable in this case. Finally, more than the price, the performance and instability problems of Adobe may be a reason to look elsewhere. The market offers good alternatives in certain domains, even though it may be hard to switch, especially for more complex software like After Effects, which has a steep learning curve. You might not want to start from scratch all over again and abandon a program that took you hundreds of hours to master. Adobe is also widely adopted in the industry, and interagencies work often requires some degree of standardization.